Hi Servando, I wanted to send you this quick video as promised to give you some tips on your website, just show you where your company is currently ranking, and I'll just go over a few specifics on how you can beat your competition online, which will have huge benefits for your business, especially when it comes to bringing in new customers and growing. So the three things we're going to go over are content, backlinks, and citations. So we'll start out with your website, since we have it up right here. Content is anything on the homepage of your site that Google can read. So all the text on the homepage, all the text within your images, and whatever your images are saved as. Now, to be considered authority in Google's eyes, you're going to want to have at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage, and you're going to want it to be stuffed with content that has to do with buyer intent. So for you specifically, you'd be looking at things like house painters, Austin, Texas, or painting contractors, Austin, Texas, and other keyword phrases along those lines that are location specific. That way, when anyone types those searches into Google, your website will pop right up. So I see that you have some, words highlighted here, location. So that's really good. What we'd want to do is just make sure the keywords that you have in your content have, good enough search volume where you're getting website visits out of those keywords. So looking at your website, I really like how easy it is to navigate. It's very user-friendly. I like the design of it. I also really like that you have testimonials right here. That's a huge plus on the homepage for any, prospective clients. It really helps to build that trust with them. And you have your lead form down here, as well as a list of your services. So the lead form and the contact us at the bottom is always essential. I always recommend that, so that looks good. What I would say, my biggest tip for you on the homepage is that you'll definitely want to add more content. So you want to try to get up to that 1,500 word mark. And a rule of thumb that we tell our clients to use is one keyword phrase for every 100 to 150 words on the page. So if you got up to 1,500 words, anywhere from 10 to 12 keyword phrases would be what you'd want to strive for there. And you'd want them to just be placed organically throughout the paragraphs here, so that, sometimes when you put too many keywords in, or you just kind of throw them around, Google is smart and it can tell, and so they call it keyword stuffing. So you want to keep it within that range of 10 to 12 keywords for that 1,500 words. And then let's go over here to your service pages. So I see that you have one service page and you have all your services kind of listed out right here. So what I would recommend doing with these with this page is actually turning it into separate individual pages for each service that you provide. And the reason for that is that each of these services will have some search volume on Google. And so, for example, with deck repair, if you were to make it its own individual page, if anyone searched, deck repair Austin or deck repair Pflugerville, your back page here would pop up and they'd end up hopefully clicking on your website and ending up here. So if you were to split up the services, it would just make it easier for those services to rank higher in the Google search results. And if you were to do that, you'd want to have 500 words of content on each of your service pages and anywhere from 3 to 4 keyword phrases. We use the same kind of rule of thumb that I told you on the home page. So one keyword for every 100 to 150 words. So you'd want to have that, and that way it would help you to bring more traffic into your website and more customers. And so I see you have your About Us page here too. I really like that you have this because it just really shows that you're trying to give your clients an understanding of who you guys are and what you're about. And again, helps to build that trust. What I would say is if you have any team photos that you can add, that would be great on this page, and maybe a bio of yourself as an owner. But I love that you have this video right here. So videos are always super great. Like, people love to watch them, and they're more entertaining than just scrolling through and reading. But I really like this page. And then, of course, your gallery here. Before and afters are always going to be the best for this. So if you could add any before and after pics, that would be great. But I love that the pictures that you have here, it shows off your work and how talented you are and all of the different projects that you're doing. So that's great. And then a contact us page, always a great thing to have. You know, typically 250 words is good for this page, and then you have your lead form here, so that's great. So those are my tips for your website. The next thing I want to talk to you about is backlinks. So the thing with Google is it can kind of be like a popularity contest in a way, because they judge you by how many websites are pointing back at you. Now, very important to remember, not all backlinks are created equal. So what that means is you're going to gain a lot more influence from a backlink that is related to your industry. So for example, a painter's blog that mentions your company would be a good one for you. Or a popular website that features various types of home improvement services, that would be another good one for you. Something that has to do with the services you offer, you're going to have much more influence given to you from that type of backlink versus a backlink from, let's say, your local Domino's Pizza, for example. So a tool I use to measure backlinks is called Ahrefs, and I went ahead and put your website in up here. It looks like you have 18 backlinks from 10 different websites, and you have a 0 for your organic traffic. So that tells me that you haven't had any website visits in the past 30 days. So you're missing out on a lot of potential clients that way because they're just not finding your website. So I'm seeing that you have 6 keywords here, and it looks like, yeah, so most of them, all of these are your ranking for is basically part of your company name. So somebody would have to be searching for your company name or a similar name in order to get to your website. So what you want is to have keywords that kind of like the phrases that I mentioned before, you know, house painters, Austin, Texas. That way when somebody searches for that, your website will pop up. So that would be the goal. Now, I wanted to show you one of your top competitors, That One Painter. And so it looks like they have 118 website visits in the last 30 days. So that's just something to keep in mind, that they are getting a lot more traffic to their website. And my guess is that some of those have converted to new customers for them. So a strategy we tell our clients to use to get that same kind of influence and power as their competitors is to go in and get the same backlinks as they have, and then continue to keep adding more and more backlinks on. So you'll end up surpassing them while gaining more power to your site, more organic traffic, and a lot more new customers will come out of that. So the last thing I want to talk to you about today is citations. So if someone is looking for a service now, most likely what they're going to do is they're going to type it into Google. So let's say Austin house painters. Let's see what comes up. So you see right here, these top 3 businesses pop up in the Google My Business local map pack, as they call it. And then this one's an ad. But a lot of people see these businesses as the most reputable ones to use. The reason that they're at the top is because they have the most citations. So citations are anywhere on the internet where your business name, phone number, and address are listed in different directories. And we tell our clients to do the same kind of strategy, use the same kind of strategy that they use with backlinks here. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to list yourself in the exact same directories that these businesses are listed in. And then you'll want to go in and add on 20 to 30% more directories. So before you know it, you'll be ranking at the top and taking on all of that new business. So here is my website. This is my company, Loba Leads, and this is my phone number. And if you have questions after watching the video, I'd be happy to answer those for you. And just always, as always, feedback is very appreciated. So I look forward to talking with you more, and I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks for watching.